Hey Journal Goddesses, it is your Tea Priestess, Dionne here, and it's time for another You, Me, and a Cup of Tea. But before we begin, let's check in. Take that nice deep breath and just notice how you're doing in your body. How are you physically? How are you emotionally? How are you mentally? How are you doing energetically? And how is your spirit doing? And then after checking in, just take a nice deep breath here and give your body some gratitude for carrying you throughout your day, wherever your day finds you when you've pushed play on this video. And if you have any thoughts or any emotions or anything swirling and twirling that you feel like, oh, I've got to do something about it right now, give yourself permission to just be and pack those things up in a suitcase and set it outside of our space to deal with or not after you've given yourself some time. As always, I am super glad that you were here. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about all of the different oracle decks. You know, I consistently use the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle, and that's because I am a certified Elemental Forces of Creation practitioner. And so that is my main go-to deck. But I have tons of other decks that I like to use. Sometimes I'll pull out the Elemental Forces and it wants to be used with another deck, and I just kind of allow it to guide me through my deck stash. Now, I don't have an enormous collection of decks, but I do have a few that I'd like to highlight. So this one is a newer to me deck. Let me move that in closer. Awaken to Your Divine Self Oracle cards. And I love this deck. This was given to me by a priestess sister, and I'm so amazed at the priestesses in my lineage because they have been created amazing things. You know, I use the Elemental Message deck from one of my personal circle sisters, but this was created by another set of priestesses from my lineage. And the thing that I love always, I love decks. I love decks that just have a few words on the bottom, and you can see this one that I pulled out, Fearless Joy. And the artwork on these cards was made by different individuals, different women connecting with their higher selves and bringing this divine deck forth. And so I love just a few little keywords on an oracle card so that I can take them and then sit with them and just look at the picture, really look at the words, allow words to come up out of me from my wise self. So I love decks that don't have a huge amount of writing on them or predetermined meanings to them. So this has a booklet, and it does have a little bit of information. So let me turn to the Fearless Joy one, and I want to read this to you. Now is the time to be fearless. Now is the time for unlimited joy. Stop waiting for when the time is right. Find joy in being imperfectly perfect. Fearless joy is not complicated, it's simple. It's connecting your life with your soul. I invite you to look at your life, find the roots of your joy, and have the courage to build your life on their foundation. Fearless joy is not to be without fear, but rather to see the fear, to listen, to learn, and choose joy anyway. Remember, you have all that it takes. Trust your strength and wisdom. Trust that you are carried and loved. It is time to add your voice to the crowd. Share your light with the world. Sing out loud. Share your smile. Share your love. Share your wisdom. Share your embrace. Be joyful. Be fearless. Be free. Isn't that beautiful? So that's not so much of this is what it means as it is just a really supportive deck for where you are. So I love this. It's on the back of the book. It says, called by a soul-inspired idea, we gather together as fearless sisters to create a soul-filled set of cards and messages to nurture, support, guide, and inspire you to reconnect with your fearless soul. This is your time now to awaken to your divine self. With heart, your fearless sisters. How beautiful is it that you have with this deck, you have a group of fearless sisters who are doing their inner work and bringing this forth. This deck really gives me courage, and just, it feels very, very supportive to know that there are other women out there doing their work really personally, and they have done their work in such a way that they want to offer their courage and their wisdom and their strength to you, so that you can have the courage, wisdom, and strength that you need to do your work as well. So this fabulous deck, I love this deck. Sometimes instead of journaling with it, I'll just pull out a card and just have that, pull out the card, and then I will write the message in my reminders on my phone, so that I'll schedule them to pop up multiple times during the day, so I can just check in. You know how we do our check-in in the beginning? I'll just use that same kind of format and use use whatever prompt is on the card to just kind of check in with all of the elemental realms, and just give myself some extra support. Sometimes it's not about checking in. Sometimes it's about pulling that particular thing in. So today I will work with that Fearless Joy card, and when I check in with myself multiple times a day, I will just say, I intend to walk in fearless joy, or something to that effect. So perfect cards for that. The other deck I want to share with you today is the Isis Oracle. Now, as a priestess, I am one of the goddesses, the goddess that I dedicated my main body of work to. Everything that flows through me is dedicated to Isis. All of those videos, all of the e-courses that I do, everything that I do is dedicated to Isis, whom I am aligned with. And so this deck came to me a couple of years ago, and I want to share some of these cards with you. And this is the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Let me look at how powerful that image is. But I want to share with you the cards. So this is the deck that I do my yearly oracle readings with. So I will pull out 12 cards, and that's kind of the theme for the month. So here's my card for this month. And this month is Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. But look at how powerful this image is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the back of the artwork too there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This deck, Journal Goddesses, this deck is so powerful. Now this one has, in addition to having all of the, just an overview of, and let me open it up, an overview of what the card, of the meaning of the card. This one also has a ritual for each of these cards, and it also has an incantation. And I love working with those incantations. So I will read the incantation here for the Portal of Light. And she says here, you can say the incantation, which is an excerpt from the ritual above, on its own, but first visualize yourself surrounded by white light. And the incantation is as follows. In the light beyond time and space, I enter the portal of divine light and grace. I am freed from shackles in this life and that. I release all that would hold me back. I now choose to be free of the past. In the present light of spirit, I now bask. In the portal of light beyond all time, love and light frees me into peace sublime. And so I love reading that, just kind of to set the tone for my day. Sometimes I actually love using these every week. So what I'll do is I usually have this card sitting out somewhere on my altar, or sitting in, whoops, sorry. Had a reminder pop up on my phone as I'm recording. So I usually like to have the card sitting out. Sometimes I'll have it up on my altar. I have another altar that's in my workspace that I will sometimes pull this out at. But I like to check in with the incantation as part of my own kind of planning ritual. So when I sit down to do my week, to write my Hobonichi and lay out my week, I will say the incantation for the card for that month, and it just kind of gives a good energy to, one, what I'm planning to do, and two, just kind of pulls the energy of the goddess in for me to set my intention for the week of what I want my week to look like. So powerful, powerful deck. Now, on its own, used as an actual oracle, these cards are phenomenal. Like, especially if you like working with the Egyptian deities, I think that this deck really, I think Alana really has something special here. Miss Fairchild had really something special here. Like, she really connected to the deepest depth of the spirit of Isis in these cards. And she got this beautiful transmission through these cards. Now, you've got the thing that I love also about this deck is I got the full cards, but there's also like square cards, and they're about this size, but they just have the artwork on them. I'm getting that deck because it's supposed to be like a pocket-sized deck, but the artwork on it, Journal Goddesses, the artwork on it is what just drew me in because it's so powerful. And I love a deck that if I open it up and pull a card, before I even read the book, that I feel like I'm getting a transmission from it, and I feel like I need to grab my pen and start journaling with it. And that is definitely this deck. Now, I've heard good things about Alana Fairchild's other deck. She has a Kuan Yin deck that is dedicated to the goddess of compassion, which I hope to add to my collection because when I first started my goddess journey, Kuan Yin was my kind of transition goddess. I had been working with Mother Mary because of being Catholic, and as I started investigating more goddess spirituality, I moved with Kuan Yin for many, many, many years, and I love Kuan Yin. So I'm looking forward to getting in that deck. But this Isis deck, love, love, love it. So I hope this little mini deck review has been helpful to you. Again, awaken to your divine self, and this is wisdom and love from your fearless sisters. And I will put the links for you to be able to get this Fearless Sisters deck. Sorry, I was looking at the bar. Yeah, I have a link that I can share with you so that if you're interested in this deck, you can get it. And then the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Oh, and I want to say that I want to read you the back of this. Awaken the high priestess within. The high priest or priestess within you walks the path of divine love, power, and wisdom. This is the path of spiritual self-mastery where we are initiated through the darkness and struggle into light. Learn to apply the ancient mystery teachings of Isis in a practical way to help you navigate through the experiences and challenges of your daily life. Allow the goddess, this sacred priestess, initiate, magician, and healer to help you reactivate your own talents of healing, magic, and more as you journey with her from darkness and uncertainty into light, love, and power. So yeah, I will share the link for you. Now, I got this on Amazon, but there is also a link for Blue Angel Publishing. And I believe the Kuan Yin deck is also from Blue Angel Publishing. But yeah, super duper powerful decks. So I am sending you so much love. So much love and so much gratitude. Thank you for just taking time to be. Thank you for taking time to be. And thank you for doing your inner work too. The more of us that are uplifting ourselves and connecting with our higher selves, the better off we will be as humans taking care of this beautiful planet of ours. Mwah. Take care. Bye.